airstrike. However, the Gaza health authorities reported no immediate casualties. Israel's security cabinet, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has approved the plan to seize Gaza City earlier this month, despite urgent calls from many of Israel's closest allies to reconsider. The Israeli Defense Forces so far have declined to comment on its operations, but Israel Army radio reported the offensive has begun. It said the IDF's Golani Brigade launched a ground maneuver in southern Deir Al-Balah following aerial and artillery strikes last night. The Israeli military have instructed Palestinians to leave an area of around 6 square kilometers and also dropped thousands of leaflets over Deir Al-Balah. The Hostage Families Forum said that it was deeply concerned by the reports of the assault. Let's hear what a resident had to say on the issue.
قاعدين عادي في شغلنا، جانا تعميم انه في اخلاء للحاره كلها. جينا خلينا عيالنا واولادنا. بعد بنص ساعه قالوا ما يهتمش حد في الموجود في المنطقه كليتها. تم ضرب دار شو اسمه بجياب. وزي ما انت شايف ما ضلش ولا بيت ولا دار سطح ولا دار تانك ولا ضل. انت بتهدد قاعد تشريح غزه، هوش ضل في غزه اساسا ما ضلش فيها غزه حاجه، لغير البحر اللي قدامنا وكمان بيت اللي ضل في هالمخيمات، ما ضلش في حاجه في غزه، انت بتحكي عن 70-80% مشتحين غزه، مسكرين معابر، مسكرين اكل، شرب، منفس، ما حياه، اطفال حتى الاطفال كمان ما لهمش حياه اللي يعيشوها، ضلش فيها، تهدد على اي اساس؟ ما انت مشتاح غزه.
We're now joined by Matti Zaweg, who's a geopolitical expert, and he joins us live from Israel. Matti, as always, pleasure to have you on the program. Matti, there has been some concerns mainly by hostage families and, of course, Israel's closest allies around the world who have raised their concerns about this operation. Firstly, let's talk about the area of Deir Al-Balah and why these hostage families are concerned in Israel's actions in going into that particular part of the Gaza Strip.
Well, most of the families fear what was informed from the government themselves, that most of the hostages, they think they are in the area of Deir Al-Balah. But the offensive started already 1 month ago, and they didn't enter inside, especially because of this fear. Together with this, you have also the full offensive that they are talking about more than 1 week from the government, that they're going to enter and try to complete the city of Gaza, asking all the population to move south in order to take, because militarily, you have 2 battalions of Hamas terrorists that they are entrenched in these areas. And these are the last 2 battalions that they have to conquer in order to have more or less a full control of the Gaza Strip. And this is what is splitting also the government and also the families and also the whole society. If you are going to a full offensive, you can put in danger the lives of the hostages. And of course, Hamas is playing with this and with the international attention that is I think the first 24/7 broadcasted war in the history of humankind, because this is all the time the news are being released from every minute what is going on, looking what is going on. And usually, I think if you listen, most of the outlets in the news in the world taking the Hamas narrative as something that is truth. So this is the big problem for Israel, the communicational one, because they don't think they are doing a genocide. They think they're just having a war, and they have to continue this war. And this is also the political thinking and the split of the society about what is going to happen with the hostages.
Matti, of course, Netanyahu cites to destroy Hamas as their #1 objective. Of course, the hostages are extremely important to Israel. However, we have seen hostages killed before by Israeli airstrikes, especially with these concerns being risen by these hostage families. Is this new military offensive the safest and best way to get back the hostages while also destroying Hamas as well?
Let's talk facts. When you say we have seen hostages killed by airstrikes, you don't know, and I don't know. It's only what Hamas say. And from the Israeli point of view, I think there is one or two that maybe they were killed by airstrike because of the area they were killed. That's all, from 251. But there is also another fact that in almost 2 years of fighting with Hamas, only 8 hostages have been freed alive in a military way, and all the rest in agreements. So this is also what is splitting the society, and not the government. The government is quite behind what the Netanyahu decides, but that most of things must be according an agreement, because if not, they are going to die. This is very, very painful for a country that really mourns their dead and really wants everyone to be alive and outside. This is not the occasion, you know, in other conflicts, like in Russia, Ukraine, or in Africa. This is very special to Israel. This is an Achilles point, and this is what really splits the society. That's what there have been big manifestations against that. From the other side, people say, if Hamas doesn't want to free the hostages, they don't want to dismantle themselves, they don't want to put an end to this tragedy, why should we trust them? This is the big dilemma for the Israeli side. And also for the Hamas side, we continuously see that they have been Qatar's mediations or Egypt mediations, and you never really listen about the big pressure on them. So what is going to be the outcome of all this? Only the next days will know.
Matti, I just want to go back, and it was confirmed in December that by the Israeli military that they think that 6 hostages were killed in Israeli airstrikes back in 2024 of that final month of the year. Matti, you are staying with us to discuss updates from Europe.